Wait, is that in the bracket? Are you going to answer my question? Do you see the word another in a bracket? No? Show me. Show me the word. 4157.
Right, so what's the point of it's in brackets?
When it's in brackets, no. When it's in brackets, it gives you the implied meaning. But the important thing is that that bracket word is not actually part of the words revealed by Allah. So what do you have? What do you have in there? Sorry? No, but the important thing is that you said another was put in his place. That bit is not in the Quran. That bit is basically in the hadith. I'm not denying that. That's in the hadith, but it's not in the Quran.
And, you know, besides point, this verse goes against.
Against what?
Against everything.
No, tell me against what? Goes against what?
Anti-Christian.
It doesn't matter. Who were the eyewitnesses?
That Jesus was indeed crucified. It's the best.
Give me one eyewitness who sees
Excuse me, it is the best research. Fact,
you can call it research, call it whatever you want. But where are the eyewitnesses?
Just a few verses.
Where are the eyewitnesses? Where are the eyewitnesses? You don't have none of those people who were his disciples were there with him. They all ran away. So the people who wrote that Bible, who wrote those Gospels, none of them were there.
The people who wrote this Quran had just no.
Sorry, sir, the people who wrote the Quran, what? I can't hear you. Say again?
Everything.
Against everything what? What history? History based on non-eyewitnesses.
Nazareth was crucified with the cross. Quran is denied.
Do you have any eyewitnesses to that? That Jesus was crucified?
No, you go away. Don't
Give me one
Don't follow
eyewitness.
us. It's a Bengali boy.
Did Mary write anything in that book?
She doesn't have to.
Did Mary write anything in that Bible? Is there any gospel according to Mary there?
She does not have to write it.
I'm asking you, give me one eyewitness. There must be at least one. You said Mary. Show me the book according to Mary in the Bible.
Eyewitness who was there to witness that he was crucified.
Say again?
Give me one eyewitness from the Quran.
The Quran says he wasn't crucified. Why didn't he need an eyewitness? He was not
witness
crucified.
that he was Jesus.
No. The witness is for something that happens, not for something that doesn't happen. It is like saying, look, is there a witness that this woman will murder someone?
This book goes
It's
back.
crazy.
And if the Quran can get this wrong, what else will it get?
No, the Bible got the fact wrong that God died. That is the bit Bible got wrong. Yes?
Jesus did die.
Wait, is Jesus God? Hold on, is Jesus God?
It doesn't matter.
Of course it matters.
It doesn't matter.
I'll tell you why it matters.
If you deny
Shall I
the
tell you
fact-
why it matters? No. Shall I tell you why it matters? Because God, according to the Bible, is immortal. The fact that he died shows that he's not God. So you insisting that Jesus died actually goes against you. It goes against everything we know about God, that he is the one and only who is immortal. You will not answer that question, will you?
We're just talking about the fact that Jesus died on the
Why do you call it a fact?
This is a historical
Why do you call it a fact? On what
Because
basis?
it's a historical fact.
Which historian wrote that? Was he an eyewitness?
Because there's
Was the historian an eyewitness?
Tacitus and Orthodox non-Christian even sources tell us that Jesus died on the cross.
It doesn't matter. Were they eyewitnesses?
How many hundred
Were
years
they
later,
eyewitnesses?
a book to say that no, it didn't happen.
By the
That
way,
cannot
hold on.
get real.
Were they eyewitnesses? You're not answering any of my questions.
Well, you-
Show me one
this is my
eyewitness
question.
who actually saw the crucifixion. Show me one.
That he did not.
Another.
He was not.
If you knew, look,
Give me
if you knew anything about eyewitnesses, eyewitnesses required for something that happened, not for something that did not happen. When you go to the court of law and they'll say, look, is there an eyewitness who saw this woman have an accident with another car? The witnesses come forward. The court is not going to say, is there anyone who knows, who has actually witnessed that this accident did not happen?
Somebody could come forward and say it was a Jew.
Again?
Right? If somebody got killed, and I don't know who it was, but I can be sure that it was a Jew.
How will they
So
say
I
that?
can witness.
No, that is not a witness. That shows that you made an alibi. That shows that I was somewhere else. That is a witness for that.
For what the Quran is saying.
You know the proof is this. God, according to you, does not die in your Bible. But you believe Jesus has died. So he's not God. You either acknowledge that he's crucified or you acknowledge he's God. You can't have it both ways, unfortunately.
Because it's also
Really? Can God die? So you're saying God lied in the Bible when he says he's immortal? Can God lie? Can God lie? It's not twisted logic. According to the Bible, I'll tell you why I'm asking this question. According to your Bible, God said that he is immortal. He didn't say a lie when he said that. You see, this is your twisted logic which doesn't work here. It is. Because you're saying God died when God himself says he can never die. Whom should I believe? Should I believe you or should I believe God? God says he doesn't die, you said he died. Whom do I believe? Are you going to answer my question? Are you going to answer my question? Every time I ask you a question, you go on to some other thing. According to the Bible, should I believe you or the Bible? Tell me. No. God says in the Bible that he doesn't die. Show me where he says he has a dual nature, God. Show me that. Show me the Bible where God says he has a dual nature. Okay, what does Philippians say? God, tell me. Let's see where he says dual nature. Remember, let's understand it. And by the way, what I said is very clear in the Bible. In 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 16, God says he's immortal. This lady here says he died. Whom do I believe, the Bible or this lady here?
I didn't say he died, I said Jesus died.
Is Jesus God?
I didn't say God died.
Is Jesus God? But Jesus, according to you, is God.
I did say that Jesus had. No, I'm not confused. Because you Muslims, you don't understand Jesus' dual nature.
Stop patronizing the Muslims and answer for yourself. Do you believe Jesus is God according to your belief? Is Jesus, according to your belief, God or not?
We're just trying to have a polite discussion.
She's a Trinitarian. She's a Trinitarian. Because you're a Trinitarian. So there's no such thing as someone who says that God died except a Trinitarian. Because they have to say that in order for them to make sure that Jesus died. By the way, every time you insist Jesus died, you make him not God. Either he's God or he's immortal. I can't show you the Bible where it says God has one nature. Because there's no dual nature in the Bible about God. That is not God.
What type of God put somebody else on the cross and makes everyone believe that it was somebody else?
Actually, everyone doesn't believe it. Everyone does not believe Jesus died, except for you guys. Really? According to your Bible, your God deceives. He put deceiving spirits in other people. Shall I show you the Bible verse? You'll be embarrassed in your own Bible. I'll show you that verse if you want. Just one thing at a time. Anyone who makes God a mortal has actually misunderstood.
Philippians.
Sorry.
Is it a different one?
For some reason I haven't got the page. Okay. So, though he was in the form of but he emptied himself by taking the form of a servant and born in the likeness of men. And being found in human form, he humbled himself by becoming obedient to the point of death. Therefore, God has highly esteemed me. That's Christian.
Hinduism is similar.
Oh, it's but this is, you know.
Did you understand what you read? Did you understand what you read? Nowhere did he say dual nature. I did.
Look, you cannot apply your theology to my Bible.
Oh, no. Isn't that what you're doing exactly about the Quran? When you do the same thing about the Quran, when the Quran clearly says he wasn't crucified, okay? Why can't I do the same about your Bible? Why the double standards? Why the double standards?
No, I agree that the Quran.
Also, you agree you do double standards?
I agree that the Quran says that.
Says that, okay.
That Jesus
Do not apply your theology on the
But
Quran.
I'm telling you that history,
Which history? Christian history. Wait. Does the Jewish history tell you that?
Tacitus tells us.
Is Tacitus, which century was he?
And-
Wait, which century was Tacitus? He was in the end of the 2nd century. Yes? A guy after 200 years tells you that. How are you going to believe him? Do you know anything about 200 years from today that you have not witnessed? Do you know anything?
So you don't believe, any biography about Alexander the Great or any people because these people didn't live at this time.
It's not about, look,
do their research.
whether I believe in Alexander or not does not affect my
They
salvation.
won't just claim
Do you not
it.
realize? For me to believe or disbelieve about something about history, for example, Alexander or Caesar, it does not impact my salvation. But if I believe that Jesus, Jesus, according to you, the Almighty God, died, then I and you should believe that God is immortal.
Based on what Tacitus
If you
said.
want me to believe that,
Based on what
you will
Tacitus
have to also acknowledge that God, when He said that He's immortal, wasn't speaking the truth. He either is immortal or mortal. You can't have it both ways.
You just don't understand.
And by the way, the Philippians 2:6 you just read.
You don't understand God's plan for salvation.
Yeah, by killing an innocent man. Right? That is a brilliant Quran. You basically commit a really big sin. You commit the biggest sin in order to avoid another sin. What kind of a God is that? God, your God demands the killing of innocent men. You can't-
Excuse me, he's filming him. You can't tell him. That's a bit rude, isn't
You
it?
can't come and control people in the parking.
It's not fair to
This
do
is
that.
not
It's not a
something
nice thing to
that
do.
you are legislated to do in this country. To go and stop people recording. If he's not recording you, he's respecting that. He's not recording you. He's recording me. That's fine. Your voice is not copyrighted. The reason you come to Speaker's Corner, you need to realize that there are so many cameras, including the people who have private cameras plus the public cameras. But anyway, going back to the question, I asked you several times, show me one witness according to your Bible who saw Jesus being crucified. Give me
man,
one.
bro,
What do you
that
do
is
every time is you go outside the Bible for the witnesses. Witnesses who have basically lived century and 2 centuries after Jesus.
You should cover
So what
it.
have you got to say for yourself? For example,
The water
do you
from
know
her
that you
umbrella
do
will
not
go
have
on
a
there as
single
well.
manuscript from the first century
Spoil it.
of the New Testament?
Oh, let's not get a manuscript.
Why not?
Because
without that, your Bible is basically
if that
nothing.
is such a big issue for you, you know, the manuscript evidence for the Quran is
Have you looked
much,
into it?
much worse. Yes, I have.
Have you looked into it? Give me one manuscript of the Bible from the first century. I'll give you from the Quran. How about that?
What about the time of Usman where he burned all these
No,
manuscripts? And we don't know.
don't fast forward.
Right?
I'll tell you what. You give me one manuscript from the first century about the Bible. I'll give you one from the Quran. How about that?
That's fair.
Yes.
Listen,
Have you got any?
I'm
Have you got
not-
any?
I'm not in a position. I haven't got all
No, but
these
just now you
things
said
in my-
you actually
I
researched it.
haven't got
Just
it
now
in
you
my
said it.
head.
When I asked you, do not say until you know about it, and you affirm that you know about it. And now you're saying you don't know.
I just know
Be
that
sincere,
the
come on,
manuscript
just say
evidence
you
was
know or you don't know.
very strong compared to
It's not strong.
Quranic evidence.
What is strong evidence? For something you have,
That we have
something
several
tangible you have.
manuscripts
But if you don't have anything,
from
how is it
different
strong?
places of the world, they all say the same. They all have a
No,
consistent
no, no, no.
message.
They're not consistent.
Yes, they
Trust
do.
me, they're not consistent.
They
If it was
agree on the
consistent, the
main-
Christians wouldn't have 66
They-
books.
they-
Another Christian sect has 73 books. Another Christian has 81 and 86 books. How is it consistent?
Give an example.
How do you explain that,
Okay, I'll
madam?
tell you what.
How do you
One
explain
of
it?
your earliest codex of the Bible is called the Codex Sinaiticus. Do you know it has 2 extra books that is not in your Bible? Not 2 chapters, not 2 verses, but 2 entire books are missing from that column. From that column.
Are you aware of
Yes.
that?
It doesn't affect my faith
So how do you know your Bible is the truth then?
because
On what basis?
I'm actually went backwards. No,
Sorry, say again?
I haven't
went backwards?
always been a Christian.
No, it's not about you. It's about your Bible. I'm not talking about
I
you.
have had certain experience in my life, and I went back. I went back to the Bible and found
That has got nothing to do
What
with
about the
consistency
2
of
extra
the Bible.
books? What about the 2
That is
extra
only
books?
your experience, your subjective experience you're telling us. I want to know on what basis do you say that the Bible is the truth? Just, a minute ago you said you have done study about the manuscript. Now you're saying you don't know.
if Jesus Christ came to personal encounters. Right?
Say again? What? Jesus Christ?
Christ came to personal.
How do you know you saw Jesus? What color was he? Let's see. What color was Jesus? Was he black, brown, white, yellow? What was he?
Did you see him?
Yes? So your personal experience,
God,
you
now
can't
it's
even
getting,
say
now
what
it's going to a different level. It's going to a different.
You know what? The reason you cannot say that is because you have not seen it. This is what Christians do. They always say we have seen Jesus. But when you ask them, sorry, you're not going to help me.
Why are you not going to help us?
I don't need your
That's
help
not very
because you know you're
Christian-like.
lying.
No,
You
That's
know you're
not very
lying.
Christian-like.
I have no idea what I
That's not very Christian-like,
Exactly.
madam.
This is the time for you to prove that you're right by saying us at least the complexion he was in.
You need to come to Jesus Christ and